Willkommen, this is Julia.
And this is Shane. And this is Think Plant-Based. Think Plant-Based. Make sure to check out recipes, health tips, travel tips at www.thinkplantbased.com.
And we're officially on iTunes, so please rate and write us a review on iTunes.
Write us a review. Give us 2 stars, 3 stars, maybe 5 stars. Let us know.
For sure, 5.
Yeah, I mean, who would give us 2 stars anyways, right? But yeah, make sure to do that because that's how we get found.
We are also on YouTube. Check us out and find us on Think Plant-Based.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Thanks for tuning in with Think Plant-Based.
Think Plant-Based is back at it.
Yeah.
Another week. We have a special guest today.
All the way from the Midwest, Wisconsin.
Billy.
Hi, Billy Grisack. Welcome to our show.
Hi, everybody. Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Sure.
Oh, our pleasure. So, yeah, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and your weight loss journey and what inspired you to make your lifestyle changes.
Yeah. Well, thanks. So I'm originally from New Jersey, and I'm a musician, a full-time musician, and I've done that my whole life, and that brought me out here. And I've been out in Wisconsin for about, I don't know, since 1999. I've been living here, and it's pretty neat. As far as my weight loss and or health journey goes, I've been, I'll be 62 this year, and I've always been a big person. I was born like as a 10-pound baby to a 90-pound woman, my poor mom. Wow. And coming from a family from the East Coast, it was a lot of Italian and Irish background, German background. There was a lot of food that was always being cooked. There was always a pot of something on the stove.
For sure.
And you know, in the 60s, 70s, into the 80s, you know, people didn't worry too much about nutrition. If you got, you know, fat, they said, stop eating, don't eat so much. That was the diet. And over the years, you know, I went from being a 10-pound baby to a 200-pound teenager to a 300 and some pound young adult. And eventually I topped out at around 420 pounds roughly.
Wow.
And by that point, I had all the chronic diseases. I had heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. My cholesterol was through the roof, and ultimately ended up with cancer. So
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Now the good news is through lifestyle changes primarily, and we can get into all the details.
Sure.
I've lost about a good 120 pounds.
Wow, congrats.
Congratulations.
Thanks. And appear to have reversed my heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And blood pressure and cholesterol and all that is under control. And I'm currently cancer-free.
Wow. Congrats. That's good.
It's been quite the journey. You know?
I bet.
It's tough, yeah.
But that's where I was. And then I got into this. But I don't know if you want to ask me some other specific questions.
Yes, we would like to know how you started your plant-based journey as well, like how this got connected as well, because a lot of people try to lose weight, but they never think to go plant-based, and that's actually the easiest way to
go on a keto diet or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, because there's so many diets out there, right? And we get desperate to lose weight, especially when we are sick.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like... If you want to know about dieting, ask a morbidly obese person, because most of the morbidly obese people, you can meet, me being one of them, we've probably been on every diet that's ever been invented, you know? And sadly, doctors are like one of the worst resources for diet and lifestyle changes. At least they have been in the past. I think it's starting to change. But in the past, I think with all the thousands of hours that they get in training, I think they only get like 7 hours or something like that of actual.
Even less, I think.
Yeah, I'm not even sure, but I'm sure that they're not the.
Yeah, let's put this way, it's less than a week of training.
Right.
That's for sure. And I mean, and so people, you go to your doctor, you think, doctor, I've got problems, help me. And being a doctor, you would think that they know what they're talking about. And it's not that they have bad intentions, but they've never really been trained for that. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. Do you hear that a lot when you interview people as well about misinformation and doctors just not being informed about other options besides medication?
Yeah,
we
good
do,
question. Yeah.
We actually do, but we have a lot of vegan doctors on our show, and they seem very well informed about nutrition because they understand that it goes hand in hand, nutrition and being healthy or being sick. It depends on your nutrition as well and your activity level as well. We can't forget that.
And it's because of people like you that are helping to spread the word. It's changed drastically. Wisconsin, I don't know what it's like in Canada, but in Wisconsin, they're still a little bit behind. It's getting better, but it's fairly difficult to find a plant-based or lifestyle doctor where I live, but I've been pretty fortunate with things. So here's what happened to me that really got me started on the road to being plant-based. I think it was around 2016. I was having a really tough time breathing. I would get really tired. I had gained a lot of weight. And I started having chest pains. And so I went to the doctor. He recommended I see a cardiologist. And the cardiologist basically said that you're all blocked up. You're got 80-90% blockages and almost all of your arteries and stuff going on in your heart, and you're going to need to get bypass surgery.
Oh, wow.
So I'm always posting everything on Facebook. I'm very transparent. So if you ever follow me on Facebook, you'll know pretty much everything I'm doing in life. So I posted, doctor says, I need heart surgery. This is what's really interesting. Someone that I really didn't know, because I'm an entertainer and I have lots of people follow me. I don't always know who they are. But somebody I didn't know said, Billy, don't get heart bypass surgery. There's another option. And I'm like, what's that? And he says, well, if you switch to a plant-based diet, you can reverse this and you're not going to need to have bypass surgery. At the time, I didn't believe them. And I basically said, thanks for your thoughts and your ideas, but my doctor told me I need to have a bypass surgery.
Yeah.
Right.
So at that point in my life, some random person saying, you don't need life-saving surgery, you can eat broccoli.
Nice.
Sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So this was probably the biggest mistake and regret that I have right now is that I didn't try it then because I probably could have avoided it. So not only did I get the surgery, but I had a quintuple bypass.
Oh, wow.
So for people
Can
to don't know
you
what
tell
that
us more about it, what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what they do is your heart has different, it's plumbing basically. You have all these pipes going to your heart, your arteries and veins. And I had built up so much blockages in there that the blood wasn't getting through. So what they do is, and this is horrible, so if you're squeamish, just plug your ears for a minute and go la, la, la. But what they do is they actually go and they take veins out of your legs. So they took about like this much vein out of each one of my legs. And then they go in and they crack your chest open, something I never want to have done again. And they go in and they bypass. They literally say, well, this vein here is blocked. So we're going to sew the vein from his leg here and put it over here. And we're going to bypass this blockage. and they had to do that 5 times in my chest.
Wow.
I can't believe you're still alive. You're a strong man.
That's quite a crazy operation. It's not a
Wow.
light thing to have done, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now here's where it's really weird, and this is where I'm not saying don't trust your doctor. Again, your doctors mean well, and they do everything they can for you, but it's always a good idea to get as many opinions as you can.
Right.
So this is what I was told after my heart surgery was, okay, you had heart surgery. Now you're fine. A lot of people have a hard time eating after heart surgery. So eat whatever you want. It doesn't matter as long as you can get it down. Well, that's something you should never tell a
What?
morbidly obese food addict.
Yeah, that's not a good...
That's dangerous.
So 3 months after my heart surgery, I'm so embarrassed to say this, I basically lived on donuts and pizza.
Wow.
Well, your doctor said you can eat anything
Yeah,
you want.
you
So, of
listen
course, you
to
eat your
your
favorite food.
Doctor.
Yep. Doctor said, eat whatever tastes good to you.
Wow.
And that's what got me in trouble in the first place, right? So there was no real education about nutrition or diet. It was like, we fixed you. Now go do what you did before. Literally, that was like the instructions.
Right.
Wow.
So here was bad news. So after my heart surgery, I went from like for maybe about 400 pounds up to 400, almost 430 pounds at one point after the surgery, because they really didn't give me any direction as far as what somebody that had heart surgery should have. So that was kind of spooky. So even though I had the heart surgery done and I was breathing better, they really didn't get down to what the cause of it was and, how to reverse it.
Right.
Right.
And then that brought me to the real epiphany. I don't know if I want to get into this or not, but I guess I will. So after the heart surgery, I was starting to feel a little bit better. I felt like I should probably start, exercising or, eating right, whatever that was. And then my daughter passed away suddenly.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she was born with something called Turner syndrome, and she had a heart defect, which we thought was okay. And she basically just went swimming one day, and like her heart just stopped, and that was it. That was like really unexpected. And then I sort of kind of lost the will to live. And then my health got really super bad. And I said I was probably getting up there around 420, 430 pounds, somewhere in there, not doing very well. Then after that, I met a gentleman at my wife's birthday party. It was her friend's husband, and he had heart problems, and he reversed them. Very similar situations. The way he had a heart attack and didn't want to have a heart attack anymore. So he went on this thing called a plant-based diet, which I wasn't real familiar with the term. And he had read a book, and he followed this book by Dr. Esselstyn, who I'm sure you've heard of.
Yeah.
And it's called How to Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease.
Mm-hmm.
And he had lost 100 pounds because of the diet. And it helped him with his heart problems.
Right.
And I was getting really scared because I was starting to get chest pains again after the bypass surgery. And then I found out that a lot of people have to go back and they have to get it done again.
What?
Or get stents.
Wow.
And I never want to have my chest cracked open again. So I got this book and I told my wife, I think I need to do this. And she was 100% on board. And my wife actually is probably my greatest success story. That we could talk about that too. But I mean, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. Probably would be dead. But she really helped out a lot. So we got the book, How to Prevent and Reverse Heart Disease, and we followed it like religiously.
Right.
So basically, I stopped eating all meat products, animal products. So whether it's like either the meat or the eggs or the cheese, that all went. And then the thing Esselstyn in the book says, don't eat oil.
Right.
And he makes a really strong case for that. So we cut out the oil and the animal products. And in 6 months, I lost 80 pounds without even trying.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're eating a lot, too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, my gosh.
You can eat so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the variety, you know, and people like, when they say, "Oh, you're vegan or you eat plant-based, what do you eat all day?" And like, going on a carrot and a piece of kale, and I'm like, "No."
Yeah, that's usually what they think.
Yeah, right. How do you get your protein? Do you get enough vitamins?
I would never eat just carrots. That's what they say.
What's really funny is before, and you probably hear this all the time. Before you start eating like that, you're eating a Big Mac and a milkshake. Nobody says, "Hey, is there any protein or fiber?"
No. Is there any fiber in there?
Yeah.
What's fiber?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was the first step for me was how to prevent reverse heart disease by Dr. Esselstyn, and that did wonders for me. I don't know what to say. So I didn't really do this to lose weight. This is what's interesting. The whole thing for me was I just don't want to ever have my chest cracked open again. Yeah. That was like my goal. I said, I don't care about anything else, but I never want to do this again. And I'm sad in a way because I think I might have been able to avoid this. I think I could have avoided it, but I wasn't ready to hear it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah. It does. I mean, we all were in
we
that
all
situation, right?
Hear what we want to hear, or see what we want to see, right? Sometimes.
Right. And same how we select social media too, right? We select what we want to see, and what we don't want to see, we mute, right? We follow what we want to see and unfollow what we don't want to see.
Yeah.
It can be a good thing, it can be not, because I mean, social media still makes you watch certain things that you should see, so they can sell certain things to you. So you got to just be more aware in the world, how you live your life, you know, how to interact with people who you want to be surrounded with, and all these things, right? Awareness is the key to a happy life as well.
Yeah. So then, after reading the book and following that for 6 months, I started getting really interested in the culture. And I stumbled across a couple of documentaries. What the Health was a major one for me.
Oh, yeah.
And what's that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I like that one.
Right. That one's good.
Forks Over Knives. And I just really was amazed at the things that they were saying. And then I became, through those documentaries and some others, I found all these different doctors and celebrities, I guess you'd call them, like Caldwell and Dr. McDougall.
Right,
yeah.
He's very in my life. And Chef AJ. And there's just a community of people that do this. They live this lifestyle. And again, I didn't do it for weight loss. I did it for health reasons. So the weight loss was kind of a bonus and a surprise.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was a surprise was at one point I was on 23 different medications.
Wow.
And I'm down to 2, maybe 3.
That's amazing. That's impressive.
That's really good.
I don't take any more diabetes medications. I was on 3.
Are you off diabetes? You don't have any diabetes anymore?
Wow.
No, like if I didn't tell them I had diabetes in my past, they just did a blood test on me, they wouldn't come back and say you have diabetes.
Wow.
So I don't know what my A1C is exactly, but it's under the number that says you're pre-diabetic. So I'm not even pre-diabetic or anything. So I don't take any medication at all.
Wow.
I was on 3 oral medications plus shots of insulin at one point. Yeah. And so that went away.
That's awesome.
Wow.
The only medications I think I take now are heart related because I had the surgery.
Right.
And I have AFib, which seems to have improved also. So there's like a couple things that they won't take me off. But I think that's pretty good going from, 23 to 2.
It really is.
I think that you should give yourself a pat on the back because that's quite an amazement of lifestyle change, and it just goes to show you if you set your mind to something and you really want to get it done, your possibilities are limited or unlimited, right?
Exactly. You got to acknowledge the achievements as well, because we can be so tunnel vision to what we want to achieve, but we got to celebrate all the things we achieved, like all the things you pretty much cured as well, like the diseases you had, the medications you had to take. Wow. And you're still alive too with all the things you went through.
You're a fighter.
Yeah.
Right?
You really are. And strong.
Most of my life, it's funny. It's like most of my life I would have doctors starting, like in my 20s, they go, Billy, you got to make some changes. You're not going to make it to 30. Then at 30, they're like, Billy, you got to make some changes. You're not going to make it to 40. And then you're not going to make it to 50. Well, I'll be 62 here in May, and I'm still around. A lot of my friends aren't. And they were thinner and appeared to be healthier than me. Oh. But, the diabetes has taken off many of my friends. I just lost one last week. Diabetes and heart disease and cancer. I've lost so many friends, and I'm still here, which blows my mind. It's like I was the guy that the doctors kept saying, you're not going to make it. So speaking of that, so here I go. I've done all this work, transitioned into plant-based food, reversed conditions, got rid of the medication, and then I was having some weird problems. I went to the doctor, and after a long, drawn-out story, they decided that I had cancer. And this happened after all this. So apparently, and this is where it gets weird, because some people are like, well, Billy, you went vegan and now you got cancer. And I'm like, that's not the way it works. I had cancer before I went.
Yeah, exactly, right? You hear stories like that.
Yeah, it's not a miracle cure-all.
Right, that's not what we're talking about.
Genetics and environment and everything plays a big toll on things. So
yeah. And not only that, but like if you read like Dr. Greger and stuff like that, it's like, that stuff, Dr. Furman, those things are brewing in you for, 5, 10, 20, 30 years before they show up, know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I was blessed with an unusual, rare, aggressive, unknown origin, unknown primary lymphoma type of cancer. And when they found it, I was at stage 4, and they said, you're going to die.
Whoa.
And
you said you were blessed that you had that?
Blessed or burdened with that.
Okay.
The blessing was that it really made me get back and do plant-based with a vengeance, because when you do things for a while, sometimes you get a little lax with it.
Sure, we're human, right?
And I'm the king of failure. I mean, people always say, "Oh, I messed up," and it's like now I'm never going to do well, and that's not true. It's like it's not how often you mess up; it's how often you get back on it.
Exactly.
It's what you do after you mess up, right?
Yeah,
right.
You can always go back. It's not like, oh, you're doing a mistake.
Life is part of
exactly.
making mistakes, so you can learn and you can grow and you can get.
I mean, better. As a musician, right? Imagine you do a song and you mess up and you don't go back and say you have a show, right? Oh, hey, audience, I messed up. I'm not going to do my show anymore. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I got money anyways already from you, so.
I'm quit being a musician because I hit the wrong note.
Exactly. That's how it works.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard. That's
right?
Right? I mean, that makes us resilient. Sure. Going back and believing in us, we can even do better. We stand up. I mean, look at the babies too, right?
I think that's what makes us human.
They fall and get up again,
right? Humans, we make mistakes so we can learn, and we learn from other people's mistakes as well, right?
Right.
So we can get smarter.
So here's what happened to me again in the hospital. So here I am. I'm in the hospital. I've got cancer, and they're going to bring me food to my room, right? And they're like, do you have any dietary needs? And I'm like, yeah, I it's better just to call it vegan than it is to say whole food, plant-based. Usually,
right.
People don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But listen to this. This story is is unbelievable. So I'm like, I'm a vegan, and they're okay, no problem. And then they bring up my breakfast. They go, okay, you're a vegan, so we got your vegan breakfast here. And you open up, here's your nice toast and your egg.
Huh?
Whoa.
Egg?
Like, yeah, I don't eat that. Well, since you're vegan, you eat eggs, right? I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, well, what can you eat? I'm like, I don't eat meat, and I don't eat dairy. Like, oh, okay, no problem. And then lunch came. They say, you're a vegan, right? I'm like, yes. They go, well, here's your lunch. Nice piece of fish.
What?
From the hospital.
Wow.
I'm like,
they're really informed of dietary needs there, eh?
So then the dietitian, I'm sure this isn't the way all hospitals are, but
right.
The lady comes up, she's okay. And this really scared me when this happened. So she comes up, she goes, okay, Billy, we know you're having some problems before we've been sending you. It says here you're a vegan. So what exactly do vegans eat?
Okay.
Well, at least they asked you.
Yeah. Trying.
Instead of trying number 3.
But this is a person that, has some kind of degree in nutrition and had to come to ask me what is a vegan diet.
What?
Right.
So, yeah, that was interesting. So, very, 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 very. So, I've had a lot of experiences with doctors and hospitals and stuff. And after the cancer treatment, it was very hard to eat properly at the hospital there. They just didn't have a clue. So after I went through all my cancer treatment stuff, I gained some of my weight back. So what I did and what I do now, and I do this probably once a month, is I do something called going to Mars. And I tell people, okay, I'm going to Mars for a week. I'll see you. And basically that's the riff on the movie The Martian. Have you ever seen The Martian?
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I haven't seen it in years. But
so this guy gets stranded on Mars, and all he has to eat are potatoes.
Oh yeah. That one's a good movie. Yeah, we watched it. Remember?
So
he was growing potatoes.
Yes, Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
What I do now to sort of keep myself in check is about once a month, sometimes twice a month, I will go to Mars, and I basically do what's considered like a potato reset.
Right.
And I'll do that for like about a week at a time, about once every month or twice a month if I've had issues and I've been overeating. So potatoes have become my go-to weight loss food. Is that interesting or what?
It is.
For us, we understand, but for the majority of people, they're going to think that you're going to get big from eating potatoes.
Right. Yeah, people are shocked
carbs make
how much
you fat, so you don't eat potatoes because they're mostly carbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Or the whole diabetes thing.
Yeah, right.
It's
yeah.
I'll be like, I can't eat potatoes. I have diabetes, and I'm like, dude, I cured my diabetes eating potatoes.
I don't know why. I think potatoes get a bad rap because they either are fried sometimes or they're mostly fried, and that's I think where it becomes an issue. But if you eat just a baked potato, I mean, you're going to be so full before you can even get near the amount of calories you need for like the day.
Yeah,
so much fiber.
So filling.
Well, yeah, and when I do this, I mean that's what I do. So usually, if anybody's interested in like weight loss with whole food plant based, not just the health benefits. When I do these like trips to Mars, basically, I start the morning off. I eat hash browns.
Yummy.
And my wife has an air fryer, so she gets these frozen hash browns, which are just potatoes. So one of the problems when you buy anything prepackaged, you got to be super careful,
right?
Because they always sneak oil in.
Yeah. They
always sneak sugar or fructose or corn syrup. They put in all kinds of chemicals. So if you do buy prepackaged stuff, you got to look and see that it just has the one ingredient in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these wonderful shredded potatoes from, I think, Bob's Red Mill.
That's good company.
And she throws them right in the air fryer. And then what she does, because of me and my cholesterol issues, she takes some oatmeal and toasts it and then she sprinkles the oatmeal on top of the hash browns for me.
Oh yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
So that's my typical breakfast. And then for lunch, I'll either have just some boiled potatoes. We always keep boiled potatoes in the fridge. And then for dinner, she makes this, it's almost like pot roast without the roast. So she put the potatoes and the carrots and celery and the onions and cook it up in a vegetable broth.
Yum.
So my wife literally, I mean, I've got it. If you follow my posts, it's like my wife basically is, it's like I have a live-in chef almost, you know? I mean, I'm
Perfect.
It's good to have a supporter in your corner, right?
Yeah. You can't do it alone.
Always experimenting.
For sure.
So, I mean, like, how can I make this without oil? How can I make that without oil? How can I make this out of potatoes? Because like when I do like my weeks of potatoes, she experiments and she's made meatballs out of potatoes that are amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We make cheese sauce out of potatoes. Yeah.
So does she. She makes cheese
I make
sauce
my
out of
favorite
potatoes.
cheese sauce and it's
so
potatoes
good.
and some little bit of cashews and that's it.
Have you?
That's
It's so good.
Yeah,
Have you
so
ever,
it's,
Billy?
you know-
Have you ever had potatoes with rosemary?
Oh yeah.
yes.
Like it's the best.
Yeah.
One of like we have Italian background, so that's what we love.
On a focaccia, if you're cheat day with not doing potato.
It's so good.
And then I've had the good fortune to talk to some of the potato people like Andrew Taylor. I don't know if you've met Andrew or not.
No.
You should have him on your show.
Yeah.
He's spudfit.com.
Yeah.
He's the guy from Australia.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I watched a video today about him. He was on a potato diet, right? And lost a lot.
For 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah. That's actually the guy I watched today. Yeah, I saw that guy.
Yeah. So I know him. He's awesome. And then Chef AJ. You ever see what that little girl eats? Oh my gosh. It's like in the morning she cooks up all this broccoli and like one of these yams that are like bigger than her head. And like she that for lunch. It's bigger than she is, and that's what she eats. And it's amazing though. But yeah, it's a lot of times what I find, people take perfectly good food that's good for them, and it's what you put on it that becomes the problem. It's like a potato's great, but most people won't eat a potato unless they drown it in butter and sour cream and bacon and cheese.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? It's the potato's fault.
Yeah, it's always the
Yeah, it is,
side
right?
stuff. Oh yeah.
It's true. It's really the potato.
Yeah.
I like to see someone try to get fat off of just eating potatoes. It's near impossible. I don't think you can.
No, you can't.
Your body will be like too much fiber, like you'd be full.
You get full too quick. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's it. I mean, and I still have a long way to go. I'm still, considered morbidly obese. I'm probably another 100 pounds overweight yet. But here's the thing. At 62, with this type of diet, I have so much energy.
Right.
And I went from literally doing nothing to I go out. I do 2 to 4 shows a week now. I teach guitar 4 days a week. I mean, I'm so active, and everybody says I seem like I'm 20 years younger.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably are. Yeah.
You have a very youthful
Health-wise.
energy about yourself, and very positive and
sure.
very inspiring. I was wondering, how long have you been doing this plant-based journey now?
Yeah, it's been about 6 years now, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
With 2 major setbacks. The whole cancer thing totally derailed me because chemotherapy, radiation, immunotherapy, bad hospital food.
Yeah.
So I got derailed and I had to kind of go back and start over again almost.
Yeah.
But again, like when things fall apart, I just try to figure out how to put them back together.
Right.
That's a smart way to do.
One step back, 2 step forward, right?
Mm-hmm. You just don't give up. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also find that you can't walk around and tell people randomly, how to do things. But when people ask, I like to be very transparent and help them, or even do shows like this or whatever, because I think it's important to see that, like, if somebody like me can do this, like, you can do it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Or between your songs, you say like, I've been on a great potato journey here and there, and
start handing out
you
potatoes.
can always
at your
inspire
shows.
in between. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
There's always
I'm gonna save your
opportunities.
life, man. Here's a potato.
Eat your veggies, and make sure you take your health under control. It's your responsibility. We can't blame anyone else, even though like the doctor would say whatever, or they don't teach us about nutrition, right? Or even at school. I mean, I grew up in Germany. We learned quite a lot about nutrition, but I know some other countries don't. And like I was always interested in nutrition, but some people aren't. And then if you're exposed to people that don't eat healthy, it's still your responsibility to get into healthy living.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I feel really blessed and very lucky that my wife is into it.
Yeah, that's great.
She basically takes care of me. I mean, it's like she packs me lunches, cooks for me, and she does it as well. It's really funny. Like at first it was kind of a solidarity thing, and well, I'll do it when I'm with you, but like when I'm out, I'm still gonna have chicken nuggets, kind of thing. And now she doesn't even do that I'm aware of. Maybe she cheats. Yeah, I don't know. But,
who knows?
But she seems to really enjoy this way of eating, this lifestyle too. So we're doing it together, and it's been really, really, really great. I mean, I really don't know what else to say about that part of it, other than we call it voodoo science fiction. It's like, especially when it's potatoes. Because my wife, says, I can't lose weight. I'm over a certain age now where women don't lose weight and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, just try the potato. She goes, I'll do it. And like she lost like all this weight eating potatoes. And so we just call it voodoo science fiction now.
Funny.
Yeah, you've been indoctrinated, like, I feel like our entire lives that like potatoes and carbs are gonna make you fat. The doctors are telling you to go on keto, cut all these good plants out to lose weight. It's full of a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But even our pizza has potatoes on it, and people are like, wow, you eating, like when some people spend time with
bread
us?
and potatoes, and you're not overweight? Like, no.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, I love being in a room full of people that are very like, oh, I'm cutting carbs. Oh, man, I lost 5 pounds. I cut my carbs. I'm like, hey, you know what? All I eat are carbs, and I've lost 120 pounds.
Right.
And they're like, that's impossible. I'm like,
just because they don't see it on the news?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
They obviously don't know what thermodynamics with energy in, energy out, right? If you can put less energy in, it's got to come from somewhere.
Exactly.
And I've come to the conclusion, the animal products are just bad for your health in general. But what really gets you when you're trying to lose weight, what really gets you though is the oil and all the hidden oil and all the processed food.
For sure.
You guys know the phrase junk food vegan, right?
Yeah. We are sometimes ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, we're human too. I like junk food once in a while, sure.
Yeah.
I always like that. Oh, I'm a vegan. I eat Fritos, I drink Dr. Pepper, and then I wash, and I have a Oreo afterwards. They're all vegan, but it's like there's a difference between vegan and whole food plant-based. Definitely. And vegan's a step in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you do it for the animals too. That's
vegan
our motivation.
It's technically a philosophy, right?
Exactly. Like you benefit from it, but you're also helping that less animals get slaughtered, and that's pretty powerful.
Well, it's good for you, good for them, good for the planet. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
The way it is.
Yeah. It's more political thing, I find, being vegan.
Can be, yeah.
So that's kind of, but that's why I did it. That's why I'm doing it. That's why. And the thing is, I told my wife just yesterday, I'm like, back when we started, we sort of jumped right in, but we would still maybe have something every once in a while,
sure.
That wasn't vegan or whole food, plant-based. as we were getting into it. But now I've gotten to the point where like I have like no desire to even eat anything like that anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it
I
makes
don't-
sense to
yeah,
you,
yeah.
right? Like, who wants to support animal cruelty if you really have a compassionate heart?
For sure.
Yeah.
And you make
So
the
I-
connection.
It's unnecessary when there's potatoes, right? I'd rather a potato. I love potatoes.
I love
I can
potatoes.
eat
I
so
can't
many
get
potatoes.
enough. I'm never tired of potatoes. Do you know that?
I never get tired.
Never.
Me
I
neither.
can't remember. No.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I am never.
That's great.
There's so many different ways to make them, and like, they're always
They're versatile.
satiating. I
They are.
love that how satiating potatoes are.
They are. Yeah, right?
Comfort food, and if cooked right, they're healthy for you.
That's true. And
Yeah.
Billy, can you tell us more about your future plans? Because we talked about your journry so much, but
Yeah, and
our
where
audience
people can
is
find your journey
interested.
that you've been posting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I was told to, retire and wrap up my affairs a few years ago. And now I'm not doing that at all. So I'm actually professionally, I'm to this point in my life now where I just want to give back. Because, one of these days I won't be here. It's just a fact of things. So I'm trying to share everything that I can with everybody. So whether it's music stuff, that's why I started teaching guitar and instruments. Or just mentoring people, but also this lifestyle, and that can save your life. I try to mentor and help people as much as possible. The one thing that we started doing is my wife has a lot of really great ideas and recipes that I post on various social media platforms, and we're just trying to assemble them all in one place. So I do have a web presence that there's not much there right now, but it's pretty interesting. It's a Department of Veducation. So not education, but veducation, like you're going to get veducated.
We'll put it in the show notes so people can get to it.
And that's where you can find my wife's recipes, and I'll try to put more of them up there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I have a pretty large presence on the Forks Over Knives Facebook group. If you don't know where to find me, you can usually find me there answering questions and trying to help people, inspire them. And then otherwise, all my socials are at Billy Grisack. They'll be in the show notes, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whether it's Facebook or TikTok or whatever. Most of my stuff is a cross between me playing music or talking about diet and lifestyle. So I'm just wanting to share whatever I can with anybody I can, anybody that'll listen. Because had I listened, just remember, had I listened to that one person that reached out, wish I knew who it was because I want to say thank you.
Right.
It was so long ago. But, if I just listened to them, I could have avoided the whole quintuple bypass. So maybe if one person hears my message and is inspired, it doesn't have to go through that. That would be a great way to spend my future.
That's amazing. I can
awesome.
see you being a speaker and going to vegan exhibitions. We have like a Planted Expo and stuff. I think that's the
Keynote
key.
speaker.
You got to get out there and really inspire the mass here. And that's the most powerful thing you can do is going to, let's say, like, I don't know what they have in some of like your area in
I'm
New
not
York.
too
They have
sure.
that, let's say, like, be it a vegan expo. That's where you need to go because that's where people go that had health issues, or it doesn't even have to be a vegan one.
Yeah.
Just where people
Health.
want to lose weight and want to get healthier. You really need to get out there to inspire more people. That's what I feel, because you have so much to offer for people to get on a health train.
Oh, for sure.
And I also do write songs about this and post them once in a while. So
Nice.
Awesome.
we did a parody of Play That Funky Music. I did it on the Chef AJ show, and it's called Eat a Plant-Based Diet.
Nice.
And it was funny. So
That's awesome.
yeah, you can find that. It's probably on TikTok or YouTube or something like that.
Okay,
But
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's great. Well, thanks
Oh, yeah,
so much
thanks so
for
much
being on
for
our show.
Yeah, and sharing your story with
We
us.
really
and
enjoyed it, and it was so great to
I
meet
guarantee someone's going to be inspired by your journey, and you might not get the thanks, but you're helping.
you. Yeah, you really do.
You're an inspiration.
You're very important for this planet to get people have hope again to actually live their life, although they're hearing, wow, they're going to die soon. It doesn't have to be a death sentence, even if you hear it from someone.
Like I said, I wasn't supposed to be here, and here I am.
I think you are. That's why you are here.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Sometimes the universe knows better than we do. It's not really the way that life works. It's not really logical. It's not. It's more than that our brain doesn't comprehend.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're a blessing to this world. Thanks for being here with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if anybody out there, has any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm pretty easy to find. So I'm here if you need me.
Sounds great.
Good. Yes, we want to see more of you. And
definitely.
I want to see you in some big exhibitions talking about your inspiring
rocking on the stage with a guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. The punk rock way.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ukuleles or something.
Oh, great.
Sure, I'll play you off with the ukulele.
Yeah.
I could play us out.
Sure, to finish it up.
Awesome.
Bravo. Thanks so much again, Billy.
Thanks so much, Billy. We'll talk soon. Take care.
Have a great day. Vegan power.
Ciao.
Ciao.